What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of A Wolf in Geek's Clothing, hosted by yours truly, Wolfson. And with me is my special guest, as always, my brother from another mother, the one and only Mike Phoenix. Hero, let's go!
Well,
Let's go. How's it going, man? How's it going?
pretty good.
How's your weekend been treating you? How's the sneak peeks been treating you?
Very good. I think we got, we did better than from Maze of Millennia, bro.
Boy, ain't that the truth? Maze of Millennia, I don't even know why we decided to buy a bots. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just to support the store.
I bought two.
Yeah, you were.
And I got wrecked.
Yeah, you were kind of wild on that part. You know, I don't know why you bought more than one. especially when you know that the pull rates is horrible. Like everything was horrible. Like there's not even a good thing that you can say like, oh yeah, Mason Millennia was amazing that I pull this ultra rare or this ultra rare. It's like, no, there's like one or two and even then doesn't make up the value of the buying the bots. So you're pretty wild on doing that.
Well, I mean, Bonfire's was it 120? So if I pulled it, I would have made my money back, but
yeah, no luck. Matt was the one who pulled the $130 card. Even at pre-sale, even at recent value, yeah, he pulled it out of one bots. Even so, like that. I didn't even pull anything good other than the harmonic synchro fusion, which okay, the $10 card versus a $75 bots. Yeah, that was money well spent, I guess.
I mean, I didn't even pull that, bro. I pulled nothing except the Flame Swordsman stuff.
I mean,
I would have loved the harmonic, synchro.
Yeah, I mean,
but no, I didn't pull any of it.
I mean, you could have played the Earthbounds like I did,
Cashier Earthbound.
Yeah, Cashier Earthbound. Hey, that's gonna be my next big thing, man. Cashier Earthbound. You got me into Cashier back again. You make me fall in love with it. So I'm like, all right, let's do this. I can see this as a real menace in the scene, Especially now, everybody's like they need this for new upcoming format. Like everybody needs their graveyard. So banish stuff. Whoops, you can't play. Yeah. So like right now, yeah. Let's talk about the sneak peeks because the sneak peeks is very, very interesting.
I think it went well for us, but I think there was like a pretty bad sneak peek. A lot of people didn't show up. Like I think a lot of people showed up to the tournament, but no one really like bought stuff.
Yeah, which is kind of
typically like
it's the other way around.
Yeah, like typically a bunch of people come because they're like, oh, we're gonna buy the stuff, and then they'll like go over to cool stuff or like a different store to keep buying. And then like, or they just don't want to do the tournament because they're like, oh, I'm missing cards. I'll come back next week when it's full release. But this was the opposite. Like no one bought, but then a bunch of people showed up to duel.
Yeah,
which is cool.
Which is cool.
I like more people.
Yeah, and I like that there's like more fresh new faces and old faces that came back as well, which is I was excited about yesterday. Yeah, I guess it's exactly what I was saying for the longest time about this corset. Like this corset is like it's not a bad corset, but it also is not like, oh my God, groundbreaking corset overall,
I agree. I think it's like, I think if you're playing the fire stuff, then like this is a good set for you. But
yeah,
it didn't have much generic stuff like we kind of talked about. Because I think like the last set had SP, was the Superstar Slayer Typhon.
Mm-hmm.
Like it had stuff that even like you can play any, rogue jank deck, but it had support, So it's like you could be playing a random, I don't know, a Crystal Beast, but you can go to SP Little Knight if you pulled it,
or the Typhoon, like
so like it's yeah.
I think
but
like
this was like if you're playing fire, it's good. If you're not,
yeah, exactly. Because yesterday my bots pull was God pulled. I was like, I knew I was gonna pull. I came in with zero expectation as like, oh fuck it, I'm doing this to support the store, whatever. And bro, I pulled out the magma of all secrets, the chase card for all voiceless people, the princess, the low, that's like the $80 card right now on pre-sale. Who knows if it's gonna stay like that now or it's gonna continue to drop or increase after it's the official release, which is this week.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, okay, good. I just made my money back. I mean, mostly because Travis sells the boxes a little bit expensive than what it should. But yeah,
Well, for pre-sale, they have to for not pre-sale, for the sneak peek, you have to sell it as a bundle. They have to calculate like how many bundles you get in a box if they sell boxes.
So funny. I'm gonna circle back to you about that a little bit later.
Okay.
But yeah, like I pulled the princess. The second secret rare was like Enigmaster. I was like, shit, okay. But you know what? It's a good thing I pulled it because I'll slap it on the Centurion deck that
Centurion, yeah.
That's not gonna see the day alive until April or so, you know. But the ultras I did pull Promethean, so I was just like, whoa, okay. I pulled one of the chase cards that everybody wants, Promethean Princess. There we go, let's go. I'm all about it. And I also pulled the Skull Guardian card, the one that you need for your deck, and the other two. I think I pulled a Goblin Biker Ultra card that I offloaded immediately to one of the players right there that he wanted it. So I was like, hey, yeah, it's all yours. I pull all the cards that I wanted. Like I pull all my commons, the Earthbound Fusion, the Berserk Archfiend. I pulled the majority of the Raid Raptors cards. So I guess I only need the rank up and the Ultimate Falcon one. And yeah, I can play Raid Raptors. And yeah, after I saw the video today and I screenshot it and sent it to you, I was like, oh, okay, let's play Raid Raptors Runic. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? So yeah, my pulls were pretty amazing. And funny enough, I went to Cool Stuff Miami today before going to work because I had a little extra time. So I was like, I'm right here. So funny enough, I pulled the Horror Secrets because I bought the first kit, which is you have to buy one kit first, and then after the raffle, then you can buy a box or a kit, whatever you want. So I bought the first kit. I pulled a secret. I don't know what's with me and my powers that I always pull secrets on the kits, but I pulled the Horus card. It's like, all right. I mean, I don't know if everybody wants it or not, but sure, I pulled it. And I won the raffle getting the goblin card, the ultra rare.
The ultra rare?
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I would have preferred the map, but you know what? I'll take this. I never get the ultra rares at all. So I was like, fuck it. Even I'm not mad about it. So I'm not mad. The bots itself, however, I was pretty upset because I didn't make some good pulls. Like the ultra rares was probably like the Skull Guardian and some Goblin stuff. And I pulled again the Enigmaster, but bro, I pulled low again.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I pulled low again. I was just like, hey,
that's
yo.
crazy.
Bruh.
And then as soon as the guy next to me was like, yo, are you gonna play that? I was like, nah, I'm gonna offload this. Like, yo, I'll give you 90 right now. I was like,
Gotcha,
here you go. What? What? And let me tell you, Cool Stuff was selling the bots for me for $100.
Nani?
Okay.
So that's why I had to like make that like comparison. It's like Travis probably sold it a little bit expensive, like $15 a lot more, but still I was just like, yo, like $15 makes a difference on it when you're on the hundreds of dollars, you know? But I made my money back because I pulled the ultra rare. That's like the chase card. And then I pulled low and then I offloaded it. So I was just like, all right, cool. I also pulled one of the Ashen cards, the Priestess. So I pulled that one and I'm like, all right, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'll probably hold it off and see what's up. But yeah, that's good. And that was my pulls for the weekend. That's my sneak peek. I am not mad. I came in with zero expectations. So I was just like, all right, good enough for me. I got my money back. That's the important part that I wanted. I thought I was just going to drop money just because. And no, I made my money back, And yeah, that was my sneak peek in weekend. What about yours?
I pulled one low
Nice.
just like you.
Yeah.
The other secret was the field spell hand trap from Ashen.
The field spell hand trap. Oh, okay.
When they activate a field spell, you just like chain to like destroy it, and then you summon the dragon.
The dragon. Okay.
Yeah. I think that was the other secret. And that put Poplar, the Snake Eyes Poplar. If I only put Bonfire.
Yeah, if only the bonfire, you know.
Yeah. I think my boy, he was there yesterday. Not Lulu, but his cousin.
He's the one who plays
He's playing
Flounders.
Flow. Yeah.
Okay.
He was considering playing Fire King, so I was like going to give it to him if he wanted to.
But he
because I sometimes build decks for him. So I was like, hey, I have Fire Kings. You want to play that? But
right.
if he wants to play Flow, he can keep playing that. Yeah. So, but not going to off track. But yeah. So Poplar, Skull Guardian, and then the other two Ultras, I don't remember. They were just like whatever. I think it was the Ashen stuff, to be honest.
Right. It's just cards that you don't care. Like it's you're not gonna remember. If it wasn't Popular or Promethean, like nothing, it will be good. You know?
Yeah. It was not Promethean. Yeah. So I got the one low.
Mm-hmm.
I bought one low from you. You came in clutch. You came in clutch because no one, like I said, no one was buying. I was literally there since opening. I saw like one group of people that came, and one guy opened boxes, but gave all the voices stuff to his friend. Because he was like gonna offload it to Travis, but then his friend was like, "Oh, can I have it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he pulled the quarter century Skull Guardian, and he just gave it to his friend. I was like, "That's crazy," because like you could just sell it and then buy the Ultra.
Seriously, what a good friend he is! Like, damn, like he has you on something. He has to have you on something for you. Just like, hey, here you go.
Here you go, bro. Yeah, because again, you would have sold it. You could just then buy the Ultra for your friend and then just keep the rest of the money.
Exactly.
But
hey,
it was neg because I would have bought it from him. You know, like, hey, let's talk outside the store and buy it. But you just gave it to his friend there. But yeah, and then again, it was just me. Jakari came. He bought some boxes. I think he bought 3.
Damn.
And I think that was it. And then it was just you. You and then Jean Pierre he bought a box too. So I was like, it was like no one came.
Wow.
Because other sneak peeks, like I'll be there like watching people like open boxes and be like, hey, do you want to trade? Do you want to talk outside, whatever. Right. But this set was just literally just you. Just you, bro. And yeah, even Travis was saying, he was like, this was one of the worst like sneak peeks he's had because it's like no one was coming.
Yeah, usually the sneak peeks, he's always popping and packing and everything, you know?
Yeah, so I got low for myself, 1 from you. Saphira, Jakari.
Yeah.
Exchange with Jakari because he pulled like a playset and then a 4th, and he's like, yeah, I don't need a 4th. Okay, like, yeah, let's talk. I needed another one, and I don't think it would have helped me yesterday. Well, it would have helped in the sense like I don't think I would have gone into like game 3s.
Okay.
Because I think if I had the second one for follow up for the next one, I would have just won the games. My deck is crazy. We'll talk about that after we finish this segment. But yeah, so I needed that. I needed another Skull Guardian, but again, someone had the quarter century, so then we exchanged. So I got got the quarter century, Skull Guardian, and the Ultra. So it looked really nice. And all the supers I pulled. I think I needed 1, and then Jakar just gave it to me for free because he's like,
that's fire.
I had 2 diviners. I literally was searching through all the boxes that Travis had because he had like 3 diviners, and I was just like going through the box. I didn't need it per se, like it was just a consistency boost. But I was like, look, I'm already there. No one's buying boxes. I might as well go through his like unsorted like bulk or whatever. And then I finally found one. I was like, okay, I'm buying it instantly, putting it in the deck. But yeah, that was my sneak peek. I pulled like a good amount of the voice of stuff. I pre-ordered the Saphira, the Ultra one, the quarter century from Gamer's Choice when you told me it was live.
Yes.
So I think it was 100. I think it's gonna be over 100. So I was like, I got that locked in. So technically, I need 1 more Saphira Ultra, and then I would like to get low as a quarter century. If anyone has it, I will probably buy it, but I'm not gonna buy it right now. The pre-release prices are crazy.
A little bit.
I'm gonna wait for it to die down.
I think that's gonna be like the chase secret of the set because nothing else is gonna be selling off other than the 2 ultra rares, Promethean and Popular. So I think that's like gonna be like the only good secret that we know that whoever's playing voiceless, you need a playset of that, automatically. So I think that's gonna be like the most expensive card in the entire set because other than the Promethean Poplar, nothing else is gonna be selling on that set.
Well, the Promethean Princess quarter century was like 600.
Damn.
You know what's funny? You know how like I stayed to the end because Travis was talking whatever. I was in my car.
I couldn't. I was about to leave and I didn't see you there. I forgot to say goodbye to you.
Oh, I think I went to the bathroom.
Oh, that's why.
Like when because he said like he was wrapping up. So I'm like, yo, let me just use the bathroom before he like fully closes. But like, so we said bye, whatever. I'm in my car because we're gonna go to the restaurant, putting in the address, and then Roots, he pulls up, and he's like, "Where's everyone?" I'm like,
Roots pulls up at the last minute.
Yeah, but everyone was gone. The store was like pitch black. He pulled up next to my car, and I was like, that was kind of sketch. Someone just pulled up next to my car, and then I'm like, oh wait, that's his Roots. I'm like, pulled out the window. He's like, what's up? And I was like, yo, everyone's gone. I was like, Travis just left a minute ago. Like, I'm here just on my phone putting the address. Like, I would have not been there if I didn't need the address. I would have just pulled out already.
Right.
So he was asking, like, did anyone pull the quarter century Promethean? He's like, I'm like, no, like, not that I saw. And he's like, so what people pull? I'm like, only the Skull Guardian,
right,
quarter century. And I think Jakari pulled like the Xyz Magic Spectre quarter century, but like no one really cares about that card. So it was like not even worth like, I think it's like $40 the quarter century.
Yeah.
But he was just asking about the higher prices. I'm like, one person pulled Skull Guardian, no one pulled Promethean. And then I think he said like he went to different stores and no one's been pulling it. The Promethean quarter century. So I was like, yeah, that's why it's 600. Like,
oh, okay. Well, that's
like 600. So I was like,
well, that's a different story. But I mean, I don't categorize those type of cards like anything that's like star-like value. I don't categorize those cards with, the regular rarity cards like the secrets and the ultras when it's like chase guys. I don't, because that's a different topic. That's a different market. That's a different collector's value. I can see why, like, if people will buy cases of Phantom Nightmare, it's so they can pull that quarter century, then yeah, I can see why people will buy it. Other than that, the only chase cards will be like that low voiceless, because it's the only one that needs like a play set, and it's like the most useful one out of all the others, because Promethean and Poplar, like they're not Femrier. That's something that Travis pointed out on me yesterday when I was trying to upload my Promethean. This is like, because I was trying to trade him my Promethean for his 2 Pressure Planet Wraithsoft. And I know the Wraithsoft was I don't know what's going on in the Yu-Gi-Oh hemisphere. Maybe you picked up on something. Maybe you did something. But everybody in their modelers are now want to play Cassia. And I kid you not, because last week, I saw Wraithsoft at 25, highest. And even then, I saw even earlier. And by the end of this week, Wraithsoft is right now at 30 and 40. I was like, bro, did Cassia top or something recently on a regional or something?
It's been topping the Heat Soul. The Heat Soul.
So the Heat Soul combo line is what's making Cassia more viable. But okay, but why is it? Like, all I see in the Heat Soul line is that you draw 2, basically. What else is there? Like, can you just like go OTK and then link off to access code and then bang, bang, bang? Or is it?
Yeah, if you're going second, you're going second, you go up to Heat Soul, you draw 1, and then you go into access code and you have the Crystal Heart, the Gigolo Crystal Heart, so water, Link Spider, earth, and then
Heat Soul,
the Heat
fire.
Soul, so fire. So you have 3 pops.
Okay.
That can't be negated. It can't be negated. Can't be responded to. So it technically can't be negated. So you have 3 pops, and then it's like what, 4,300? It's a 4,300 beat stick.
53 beat stick. 50? Yeah, because Itzo's a link free.
Okay. Yeah. So link 3, get rid of that. So that possibly could win it. And then if you have Birth, just summon Fenrir again. So now you have like 3 pops, 1 banish face down. If it doesn't win you the game, but like you already popped everything, and you will have a Fenrir on board for them going next. And then if you have Shifter, you just play the line a little bit differently.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like you don't go into the Link Spider stuff, like you just play it differently, but you still get your draw 2. So it's like I just drew 2 under Shifter. What are you playing? You know?
Yeah.
Like please send your Ponix to banish. Like please send your Ponix to banish. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Or like any other deck. Please send your Raid Raptor, your Runics. You know, like
right.
Yeah, the Runic engine. Are you gonna play it under Shifter? Like Shifter to me is a very powerful card, and that's why I've been on the Cashier way for a while, because it's like you open Shifter. Again, you can't get drolled under Shifter.
Exactly.
That's another thing.
Yep.
Activate Shifter. Oh, you have draw in hand? I don't care. You can't activate no more. It's illegal.
That's not something that people don't realize. There's a distinct difference between Droll under Shifter and Ash under Shifter. Droll specifically and it even Droplets. Droplets is another one.
Mm-hmm.
Droplets says you have to send cards to the graveyard. It doesn't say send cards to add to resolve. Same goes with Droll. Droll says you have to discard this card to the graveyard for it to resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Ash says discard. Just discard. It doesn't matter where it lands. You just quick effect discard.
Yeah, discard.
Big different rulings. That's why a lot of times when there's under Shifter and people were like, why can I draw you? Why doesn't Droplet words? It's like, because of that wording.
You can't pay cost.
Yeah, you can't pay cost. If you don't have requirements to pay the cost, then it just won't go under Shifter.
Yeah. And then that's why I literally have to start activate Shifter. Now you have to read all your opponent's cards, because then now you have to verify that it's discard versus send the graveyard. Because even if you explain it, sometimes they still don't understand the difference. So it's like, I'll just read every card now to make sure you can pay cost.
Yeah.
But then you start to pick up which cards you can and can't use. Like you're like, oh, draw, illegal. You can't do it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Droplet, illegal. You can't do it. So it's fast because I already know if you can or can't. But then it's the other cards, they don't know the interactions. Now I have to read every single activation and be like, was this a legal activation? Was this legal? Was this legal? But again, Shifter and then Kashtira, and that's how people are winning the regionals.
Well, that's
some guy went to 3 regionals back to back to back, and he won all 3 with Kashtira Heat Soul.
That's crazy. Well, let's.
And then other people are copying him too. So now it's just
who's the guy?
I'm like, stop. I'm like, I'll get you the name. I don't know his name, but I have his videos saved. I'll send it to you.
But is it a well-known?
I'm like, you guys need to stop. No, he's not. He's not famous.
Oh, okay. So it's this random guy that's actually making waves with Cashier, and now everybody's like, holy shit, let's pick it up.
Well, I mean, maybe he's famous, but he's not that famous to me. I didn't recognize his name. It wasn't Simo was doing it or Pac or whoever.
Okay.
I don't even watch Pac, but I know who Pac is.
Yeah. Exactly.
I know who these people are, but I don't watch it. This guy, I didn't recognize his name, but I'm like, y'all need to stop, because you're gonna get one of my babies banned. Well, if they ban Shangri-La, I wouldn't care. If they please hit Shangri-La, I wouldn't care.
Bro, this could be the problem. This can lead Fenrir to 1 or none.
If it's none, I'll still play Cashier.
Yeah,
I got Unicorn. I got Unicorn, bro.
Unicorn is no Fenrir. Fenrir just removes stuff from the board. Unicorn is remove stuff from the extra deck. What if the opponent you're playing doesn't really care about their extra deck? You're playing against a flow. It's whoa, well.
But I'm using it as a toolbox. That's how I play my deck. My deck has always after a Rise Heart got banned, it's been rank 7 toolbox. So it's normal summon, special summon Unicorn, Theosis, Rise Heart, Banish whatever, and now it's now I can play my rank 7. Or even if I don't go into it, it's you said Unicorn, it's a great extra deck interruption.
Right.
And especially since no one respects it, there's times where I'm like, oh, you need Cross Sheep to do your combo? Let's banish it face down. And now they're cool, I can't do my combo. And then the banish 3 from a Rise Heart, I mean, I'm lucky. Everyone says you keep banishing all my combo pieces, and I'm like, I don't know. Like it's like I didn't do it.
Tell you. Yeah,
like, you shuffled it. Yeah. Like I think yesterday when I was playing against Flo, I banished like Rabina Eaglin.
Oh my god!
Because he showed me afterwards. Yeah, he showed me afterwards what I banished face down. I was like, yeah, that's a crazy like
emotional damage.
Banish 3. And so, just having those 2 interruptions already could just like, if they can't combo off, they can't combo off.
Right.
But I don't know what they would hit. Like if they're really that afraid, because you might as well just hit the Mecham Phantom Beast. That's the one that enables you to play the
tokens. I can
combo line.
Yeah, I can see banning first the token generator rather than banning the deck itself. Like because bro, like they banned Link Cross before they banned Hockey Fibrats.
Yeah.
And Hockey Fibrats is mainly the issue. And Verte too. So they banned Link Cross before they banned Hockey and Verte. Like I'm pretty sure if you banned Hockey and Verte, Link Cross would be like too much for little cost, They're always gonna they're always gonna ban first the one that gives more tokens. Like it's Yu-Gi-Oh at a very best. Like how many cards are banned right now because they will generate tokens for no reason?
Tokens, yeah.
And
so if they hit that, I'll be happy. Leave me my Fenrir Unicorn and Bryce Hart alone.
Yeah, seriously. Like I don't want any of the Kashiras to be hit. Like bro, like you just bring us back Unicorn. Like what else are you guys gonna continue attacking at? But like I said,
they can have Ogre.
Yeah, sure, I guess
they can have Ogre.
I guess. Again, the only one that I believe that it's closer to the ban list is Fenrir more than anything because Fenrir can be played generically on any deck. It don't matter which deck you're playing. Fenrir is that generic card that you can just splash it. It's a free special summon, search its own selves if you remove it or whatnot. Baits out the Ash or the Emperor and whatnot. It's like, oh, okay, that's nice. Anyways, normal summon, effect, combo off. Like that, I can see Fenrir be like either limit to 1 or ban. It's either one or the other. If Cashier continues to go like being very noticeable and very lot of presence on the regionals and then landing on the UDS or the YCSs, then yeah, Konami will take some measures on like hitting Cashier a little bit harder next time. Which I don't want. I don't want it to have it because Fenrir is dope. I like Fenrir.
I think now that Fire Kings is full power, I think that's gonna start topping more.
Fire Kings, yeah. I can see that either Fire Kings, Snake Eyes, or Rescue Ace, Fire King, or Rescue Ace, Snake Eyes, like whatever. It's the year of the fire, man. Today, everybody's gonna be abusing bonfires and wanteds and whatnot. No, not me, bro. We're too broke for that.
I'm abusing free preparations of rights.
So talk to me about your locals yesterday. Like how did it went, bro? Because I know you did good with the voiceless Kashira.
Yeah. I went undefeated.
Nice.
But I didn't get first. Claudio got he won every match.
Claudio, shout out to him. He came back to play with us, and it was his birthday, and he played Kashira and whooped everybody's ass. Like I went against it, and I was just like, damn, I can't do anything. Double Shangri-Ira, locked all my spells. Like with Unicorn and Fenrir on board. All right, bet. And the second game, I was just like, I couldn't. Like, I thought I was dominating the entire of the gate, and then somehow out of the skin of his ass, he just comes up and comes back and destroys me again. I was like, well, okay.
I think I'm gonna have the same results, but again, I just don't like the zone lock. I think it's too toxic. Like the only deck I use it against is Pendulum. Because the recursion of Pendulum is beyond stupid. Because it's like, I get rid of everything, and then they'll just be like, set the scales and summon everything back. Like, you have to OTK or you lose. And it's like, that's one of the decks where I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with this. Lock one of your pendulums. You can't pendulum summon unless you get rid of my Shangri era.
Yeah.
And then by doing that, you're wasting a lot of resources. Because I can just detach to prevent destruction twice. So it's like, even if you go into what is it, Phoenix? Like Nightmare Phoenix to like try to destroy, it's like, okay, detach one to prevent destruction.
Right.
Try again. But yeah, game one, never seen the guy before. It was like a going second Horus deck.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I think it was crazy because a bunch of people were like, I don't know. Do you want me to explain my deck first before I like go into the plays? Because I think like
go ahead. Explain yours and then go to the place.
Yeah. So kind of like I said, I mixed Voiceless Voice with Kashtira.
NANI?
My Kashtira line is just for pressure or the rank 7 toolbox stuff. And then the Voiceless Voice is for my negates and interruptions on top of Kashtira interruptions. With the discard, the Saphira, I can use my Kashtiras to ritual summon. So sometimes I'll end with like a Rise Heart. And like once I use the effect of Rise Heart, like it does nothing on field. So I'll be, you know what? Let me use it for the ritual summon because now it's level 7. It does nothing on field. I might as well just use it to ritual summon. The ritual spell itself forces you to use light monsters, so I can't. But like I said, with the effect of Saphira, she lets you use like anything. So it's like I have to use her to use my Kashtiras. If not, if I have to use the ritual spell, then like I'll have to use my like low. So kind of like I said, like I will just special summon unicorn, normal summon, low, and be like, hey, I'm playing 2 engines. Pick which one you don't want to play against.
Emotional.
Because if you're gonna ash my unicorn, thanks. I'm gonna do my entire like voiceless line.
Right.
If you keep saving your ash for the voiceless line, it's like, okay, you're gonna have to face Fenrir and Unicorn and all the banishers.
Right.
So yeah, and I'm also making a deck profile on to give myself a shout out quickly. I'm making a deck profile on it. Even though I'm missing cards, like I'm still gonna explain like how what cards I'm missing and how to done it. Because again, I went undefeated, and I think I would have like not even drew if I just had the cards I needed. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Voices, Voice of Kashtira. And it's funny because Travis keeps making fun of me because he's like, you gotta let Kashtira go. And I'm like, never.
Bro, he didn't want you to sell his card. I was like,
yeah.
Wait, whoa, hold on. What's going on? It's like, why? It was like, don't worry about it. I'm buying it. But why? Don't worry about it. I'm buying it. I need it. But why? It's like, I've never seen a store owner refusing to sell a card to a customer.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Like, Travis, why are you battling? Sell the dang card. He wants it. Don't worry about it. What do you care? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. We were like poking around. Like, he was saying like George is obsessed with D-Link. And then he was like, I'm obsessed with Kashtira. But it's like, yeah, but I also like play with different engines and stuff. It's not like I just like start to Kashtira, then I'm never buying another card ever again. Like I still go to the store and buy, like products and stuff. But he was telling me like, I'll pay you personally to not play Kashtira. Well, it's like, nah, bro. Kashtira's fun. But yeah, so game 1, again, going second Horus card, and Horus going second. So he was playing the Kaiju interruption and blah blah blah. I think the Kashira stuff was very useful because he kept banishing sending the graveyard his Horus stuff, and then he activated his sarcophagus, and I'm like, let's banish your entire graveyard that had Insetti, and like 2 other ones. I was like, nah, like those are banished. You're not summoning them. And then he kind of just like didn't have anything. And then he played the Buzz King, and he was very like absent on like just sending my Sharing Era to grave. And I was like, if you know me, I don't play that. Like, so I was like, please get rid of it. I don't care. I think against him, I never XC summon once. Oh no, I'm sorry, I did Dark Arm because I got rid of his sarcophagus.
Okay.
I got rid of sarcophagus and then got rid of something else, but it still wasn't enough. It was, I think he was trying to bait because he set a thrust. And I was like, what a weird bait. And because he said like sarcophagus, and then he was like, okay, set one in, and he's like, pass. When I destroyed it, it was thrust, and I was like,
What?
you should have kept that in hand. That was like one of the worst like things to set, because you can't activate it. Like, it's, you can only activate on his turn, so it doesn't make sense to have it for me to.
Right.
But I guess good bait or whatever. But
just to waste a negation or interruption or something, it's like,
yeah. But I forgot how I went. I think he won. I think game one he did win, because I kept forgetting to activate some of my voice effects on summon. And so I missed time because I already moved on. I was like, oh my God. But then it's like, once you make that mistake, you never do it again.
Right.
So then game two, I played way better. And I was like, I have all my follow-ups, blah, 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 blah. I beat him. Game three was time. So I'm doing all my cashier lines, blah, blah, blah. And then I put the Arsenal Falcon, the Raid Raptor, summon Nate Bomb, burn for 500, pass. And then he was trying to like clear, my stuff, blah, blah, blah. Kaiju, my stuff. And then he went into Buzz King. And then he used the effect to destroy the Kaiju that he put, because then I'm supposed to take half damage of it.
Right.
And I was like, is that a target? And he's like, yes. And I was like, Savaris, hand trap. Because it negates effect that targets.
Right.
And then and we were already way past like time.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, can I still enter battle phase? I'm like, no. Like, unless you can burn me, like, unless you can keep playing to burn me, you can't. And then he like looked at us and he's like, I have another Buzz King, but I don't have enough. And I'm like, you can't activate that more than once. Like, he reactivated it, used the effect, but it just negated. So I was like, you can't use it again. So he was like, yeah, it's fine. He couldn't even summon it if he wanted to. He didn't have enough resources to.
Right.
Because he used a bunch of resources to get rid of my Raid Raptor. So I won because of time. Game two was against Val with the
Raid
Raptor stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the game that made me realize if I had a second Saphira, I would have won, because I'm like, I couldn't ritual summon anymore. And then when I was activating my continuous spell, I was like, I have legal targets because you can search a monster, but I didn't have any good legal targets.
Right.
If I had Saphira, I would have discarded and then ritual summon again. And I would have, I think I would have won. But Typhon did work. Typhon did work in that game, because his Raid Raptors are like over 3,000. I think it's like 3,500. So he couldn't activate the effect. Oh, and against the first guy too, I had Typhon, and he was trying to like activate Mseti. I'm like, you can't.
You can.
Like, or not Mseti, whichever one. Because I told him, I'm like, you can't activate from hand, field, grave, banish. Like, if it's 3,000.
Yeah, it's Mseti.
So he was trying to.
Yeah.
Mseti. Okay. Yeah. So he tries to activate Mseti. I'm like, you can't. Like, hey, you're trying to activate from,
because you
like,
got Typhon.
Oh, and I was like, sorry.
Like, yep.
Yeah, so he had to out it, but he really couldn't. Because then he had another card that was like, this can't be targeted. I'm like, well, Typhon is a non-targeting bounce, so let's get rid of it. But yeah, so then he won the first game. Oh, sorry, Val won the first game. I won the second one because I just had a crazy, board. And then game. Oh, I also what's it called? De-barriered him.
Was Raid Raptors like pretty good? Like with the new support that it made it like, holy shit.
Yeah, like I couldn't beat him game one.
Holy crap.
But then game two, De-barrier stopped him. He said he put two monsters. And this is like another card I just hate that no one understands it. Is I activate De-barrier and then he goes cross out. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna use my Omni Negate. But then I thought about it. I'm like, no. I'm like, I take that back, because I'm like, you have to pay cost first.
Yeah.
And the cost is you have to declare a card.
Yeah.
So he was trying to bait me into like using my Omni Negate, because he didn't have that card, in his deck. So I was like, no, declare the name of the card. And then he was like, Raid Raptor. I'm like, okay, then I'm not using my Omni Negate. So I was like, I just think like he forgot how it works, because the week before, one of the new guys did not understand cross out, and I literally was trying, and I wasn't even battling him. It was like him against the Skull Guardian guy, and I was literally like trying to explain to him like how cross out works, and they were just like not getting it. I'm like, this card is like too complicated, I think, for or just people can't read. I don't know, but it's just like everyone has an issue with cross out.
I don't think it's that complicated. The first text that says it, sir, declare a name of a card.
Yeah.
Banish it.
Apparently that's the most confusing part. That's the most confusing part because I kept telling
the cost
the other guy. So again,
what?
Yeah, I'm like, can you declare a name? And then he's like, he was trying to like send malicious to negate the card that the other guy activated. And I'm like, no, like you have to name a card in your deck. So it was like so confusing. And I was like, why are you not getting this? Just say the name of a card in your deck. And he's like, malicious. And I'm like, okay, now like malicious is negated.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you know that the player plays malicious? No. Why?
Yeah. He just thought if you banish anything, it negates any effect.
No.
Hold up.
And I was like, that's not how crossout works. So it was like, it's just so many people. Like, I agree. The card is not confusing. It's just so many people don't understand it.
Yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh
like,
players don't read.
Yeah.
How's that? It's not that complicated to understand. Like, how many times?
Yeah.
Then again, nobody plays crossout to this day. Like, it's only the few that decides to play it because they have enough hand shots. Like, I don't want my ash to be negated, so I'm just gonna cross out. It's like, okay, go
cross out. Yeah. Because when I'm negated, I'm like, no. I'm like, you have to pay cost first. And then he was like, Raider app. I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, it's trying to bluff. It's like, you legally cannot bluff with this card.
Yeah.
You have to pay the cost. There's no bluffing. He's like, okay, my bad. I was like, whatever. I don't think he was doing it maliciously. I think he thought that's how the card works.
Right.
But I was like, no, you literally have to declare a name. You have to declare a name of a card that you own. And he was like, Raid Raptor, blah, blah. I was like, okay, so you don't own D Barrier.
Yeah.
So then, he couldn't do anything. So you scooped. And then game 3, like, no, it's not like he scooped. It's like, so he tried doing stuff, but then he really couldn't and passed. And then he maybe like battled his stuff and then like clears board, went through. And then there's only like 30 seconds left. And I was like, I need a side. And even if you don't side, like he's going to, like I sided for going first and he sided for going second. So I would have to like reverse. Since he lost, he would pick to go first.
Right.
And so like I would be at a disadvantage keeping my like going first cards.
Right.
So we were just like, you just want to draw it because I'm just going to side and I can't side in 30 seconds. And legally, I'm allowed to take 3 minutes siding.
Yeah, that's why I say like, guys, you should just draw it. Like there's no point of siding because like, wow, a minute you guys are gonna play in a minute after you side. Like, no, bro, come on.
Some people can. If you let me go into main phase, I would win because I'm like, well, no, I would have to side my Raid Raptor stuff. So again, I wouldn't even be able to unless I can just go like swap 2 random things and then just do it. But he said he didn't have Nate Bomb. So I was like, well, if you can't burn me, then that's it. Like, unless you want me to go first, I'll burn you. But I was like, it's a draw. Game 3. But it was like, so I'll wrap up the Ray Raptor. I think it was interesting. I didn't see it at full power because I just kept interrupting him.
And he still played through.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But again, I think I would have won if I had just had the second Saphira. I think I would have been like unstoppable. But I was saying, I'm like, I just don't have any more legal target, like good targets. So I was like, it's just dumb. And then game 3 was against Robert, Robbie, like the one Robbie. We know, the ones we're friends with. Because there's a second Robert there.
Oh, okay.
Never met him either. New guy. Yeah, because it kept asking like which Robert.
Now it made sense. Shout out to him.
So he was playing Vanadium Scareclaw.
Oh, he did mention.
Game 1.
Yeah. Did he do it all right?
Game 1, I think he just had Game 1, he had a bad hand. He won the dice roll, and I was like, oh God, like blah blah blah. But all he did was like set up Baron, Astroloud, and then he had what's it called? The field spell?
Calarium.
And I was like doing
Wreckphobia.
Yeah. So I literally kept doing my cash line. And he was not omni-negating me because he had what's it called? He had bearing, and I was just trying to bait the negate. I was like, please just stop my cash line eventually.
Yeah.
And then he did, and I was like, normal summon low. I was like, this is why. This is why he's good. Because he was like, "Oh, you're still playing cash." So it's like he knew where to stop me for cash.
Right.
I think he stopped my theosis, like or whatever. And I was like, "Normal summon low." And he
He's
was
like-
like, "You're playing this?" I was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Face the ritual summons now," because I'm like, "You already use your Omni Negate. It do not matter."
Right.
I have a yeah. So I won that, and then game two was stupid because I opened two Ghost Bells,
Right.
Snatch Steal, Lightning Storm,
Damn.
and
Hold
Droll.
up. Wait a minute.
So I was like,
non-engine
no engines
cards.
on either.
Non-engine cards.
Non-engine. For neither engine, neither cash nor voiceless.
How do you draw non-engine cards on a deck that you have two engines?
It always happens to me. It always happens to me. You can ask my friend Slippy, the flow player.
Right.
And I show him my cards. I'm like, this is what I open. He's like, how? I was like, I can play 2 hand traps. I'll somehow open 5 somehow. Like I'm like the protagonist that just like created a new hand trap in the deck or something. But he starts his Vanadium combo, and I'm like, Droll.
Bro.
Gotcha, bitch.
And so he had 3 monsters on field. And he goes into the Scare Claw, the Link 3,
Yeah.
that like sets everything to defense or whatever.
Try hard. Yeah.
And yeah, and then I go past his turn, I draw, and I'm like, okay, Lightning Storm calling the field spell. Because I didn't want him to have it anymore. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, Snatch Steal. Because I had non-engine, right? So I was like, yo, give me that Snatch Steal. I'm sorry, I'm like, look, give me that Try Heart, whatever it's called. I was like, and he just had no out. So basically, it was like I was hitting him for 3,000 pass. He gains 1,000. And then he'll like set one face down. I'm like, okay, well, I'll hit you. You gain 1,000. He had nothing. I'm like, okay, 3,000. And he just kept going back and forth. They kept just so many monsters in like defense. And I kept just drawing hand trap after. I was getting so annoyed because I kept drawing hand trap, evenly matched. I'm like, I don't have anything. And I had a kaiju in hand too. Like I drew one. I was like, can I please open one of my engines?
That's hilarious.
And then I drew Fenrir, and I'm like, I can't summon him. I control a monster.
Yo.
And then eventually I drew the field spell, summon it, and now I had enough to like keep attacking him twice. And he was like, you got it. And he was like, I lost to my own boss monster. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro.
Emotional damage.
Snatch Steal
like,
is still
I'm
a hell of
so
a
sorry.
card.
I would, if it was at 3, I would run 3 because it was I feel bad, but it's like the funniest thing ever. I was like, both of us opened really bad, and I just won because Snatch Steal. Because I was able to just take it and just keep hitting him. Like, 3,000. And then again, he summoned like a Baron at some point, but it's like you can't pop. You can't pop mine because it's unaffected by other monsters. So I was like, sorry. And then when I got the field spell, my that monster went from 3,000 to 3,100. So it was like, now I can beat over your Baron, beat over your whatever.
Right.
So it was just like so crazy that like Snatch Steal won me that game. I was like, that was my MVP. Game 4 was flow. Game 1, I set up my board and he really couldn't like beat it. Well, no, he did stop me, but then eventually he negated my my what's it called? The Skull Guardian.
Yeah.
And I also had a Savaris on field. And I was like, oh my god, like he doesn't special summon, he normal summons. So Savaris was like a dumb play to like summon.
Right.
But then I was like, they're both level 7s.
Oh my
and I'm playing a rank 7 deck.
Oh my god.
So
Hold up.
So I go
Wait a
into
minute.
Big Eye and I take his M pen. I take the M pen. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
Now it's my MP.
It's my M pen. And then I had it. He wasn't able to like beat over it. So
Right.
then yeah, I was like, and then I think also I managed to like destroy the trap. I think or the continuous spell. So I think I went to Dark Arm and destroyed it. And then game 2, he opened 2 field spells, terraforming, and then like 2 other spells that did nothing to help.
Right.
And then so he's like, pass. He just went terraforming to search, I think he wanted to bait my Ash or bait my draw. I'm like, I'm not ashing now. I'm gonna save my Ash for Robina
Yeah.
or whatever. So he said pass, and I was like, "Are you sure?" Because I have a cash name. I can OTK you. And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, unicorn, search, birth, normal summon without tributing, Fenrir, search, rise heart, summon, banish, airclaw, birth, summon, scareclaw. That's 4 summons. So I can't be beat by Nibiru.
Right.
I'm like, enter battle phase. And he's like, yeah, and I was like, that's enough for game. So I was like, and I didn't open any voiceless stuff that game too. So I was like, I literally won because of cash. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I open cash, I can win. If I open voiceless, I can win. If I open both, it's almost impossible. Because my end board is like birth, Fenrir. Not birth. Oh no, yeah, birth for the spell. It'll be unicorn, Fenrir, Skull Guardian, Savaris, and then low. So those are my 5 monsters. And then I have the trap that's placed by low during their turn. The spell that protects me from targeting, and then birth. So I'm like, I just have so many interruptions. So it's just, if I can go full combo, it's like, yeah, there's nothing. And if I can't go full combo, it's just I have different interruptions. Because I think at some point I also summoned the Odd Ice Pendulum Graph, and I was like, okay, spell negate. Like, cool. I couldn't go into my cash line, but I had a spell negate because of. So I had a bunch of fun playing that deck. And I think once I get the cards, it'll be more consistent.
So you feel like this is a deck that you're willing to play, this variant at least, for the next couple of formats right now.
Months. Yeah.
That's
if
good.
I have to go back to cash only, that's fine. But this has been fun. And it's just catching everyone off guard because it's like they fear the unicorn summon. And then once they I'm like normal summon low, they're just like,
huh?
What do I do? Like, yeah. First they're like, huh? And then they realize, yo, this man cooked. Because it was, getting the M pen was the funniest thing ever. Because I was like, oh, Skull Guardian's a level 7 ritual. Savaris is a level 7 ritual. They're both negated. Let me go into Big Eye. Let me take your thing. Like, so yeah, I had a bunch of fun playing it.
That's crazy. I'm happy to hear that. You had a lot of fun with now your new Kashtira variant, voiceless Kashtira.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually pretty cool. So my experience yesterday was way better than last week. I'll tell you that. Did
that card help?
Yeah, it did. It made the whole deck a whole lot difference. It made the difference. That's why I was like mad at Junior the week before. Like, bro, I needed that card. That's what. Oh, I need to pull it from. It's like, oh, bro, it's like you're not doing anything inside the office. Like, I don't know what the hell. But anyways, yeah, dude, that card helped a lot because it made me like have a level 5 and then just runic special summon the level 5 Ricky, and that's an easy Barone or Shang Yin, whatever level 10 you can think of. It's like level 5, period, For most
Which
of
one is that? The horse? Fenki? That's the horse?
No, that's Sleipnir. Freaky is is like the super rare that was released before Age of Overload. Like, what was before Age of Overload? That was a crappy one, I believe.
Dune.
Yeah, Dune. Freaky was in
Nexus.
Dune. Yeah, Duelist Nexus. Frankie was at Duelist Nexus. So it's a level 5. I can't remember much of its effect, but it's like nobody uses him for his effect. They use him for your fodder, or for, secret tuning and whatnot. That's its main use. Yeah, so I play full power Earthbound Runic. And yeah, the power itself is good. I guess like it's big loss, which is like that's my thing, is that it's bad going second. That you will have to have like a bunch of other cards, non-engine cards, for you to go play second. Because if you let your opponent establish a board, then none of the runics are gonna save your life. Even if you negate or destroy or banish. It's like it's already too late. He already has a full board. What are you gonna do? And if you don't have a non-engine like Cashier Fairy or multiple of them that allows you to at least keep yourself alive or try to OTK or whatnot. And another thing, like this is a runic deck, so it's like you skip your battle phase. So it's like so going second is a big thing. It's like it's a major neck for me. So I'm not gonna retire the deck itself, but I'm not gonna play it moving forward because if yesterday told me anything, it's like going second is horrible, and I have a bad reputation with that dice rolls. So there's times that I'm gonna have to go second. It's like it sucks, and I don't play Nibiru in my deck because I don't know. I played it the first time, it bricked. There were times that people didn't like give me enough time to nib, or I didn't have the nib. I'm just gonna split the Earthbound.
Like me,
Runic.
bro.
Yeah, like you.
I only summoned 4. I'm like, I'm not getting nibbed.
Yeah, and this guy, Lulu's cousin, he was on 4 as well with his flow. So I was like, fuck.
Did he shifter you?
Somebody de-shifted me yesterday. Oh no, not yesterday.
Probably Claudio.
Oh, was it Claudio? Maybe. I don't remember much. Oh, and that's another thing. Dave Shifter, bro. Like, how are you gonna play with Runettes? You need your cards to be in the graveyard so you can return it back and redraw. And that's an interesting thing about my deck. Like, you play a bunch of Runic cards, and you're supposed to see them. Most of the time, every time I draw them, I hardly get to see them. I only get 1 or 2 at best. There was only one time that I drew 4, and I was just like, okay, and where's the rest of the Earthbound? Or where's the rest of the cashier or whatnot? It's like, no, it's just pure rune. It's like, okay, damn, I can't do much. So Runic is definitely a good mid-range deck, and it's a really good at the grind. But then if you don't draw out your Runic cards consistently after you use Fountain, and you're just drawing regular cards, you are gonna lose. You're gonna lose, because that's exactly my 2 losses were that I had complete control of the board. I had it all completely dominated. It's my game, but every time I drew, I couldn't draw another Runic. So if I didn't draw another Runic, then I'm just stalling for time. And because I couldn't draw for another Runic, I cannot activate Fountain's Effect to keep drawing and keep recycling. No, it's just adding stuff. So like, it was a good time. It was a good try. I like the Earthbound Runic. It was pretty fun. I did way better than the week before. I ended up with 2-2, unfortunately, but it was the 2 losses were with Claudio and George. Claudio, Kashtira, and then George with his stupid, ridiculous D-Link deck that he has. And my mistake was I should have like destroyed his Branded Regain instead of Lubellion. And I keep destroying his Lubellion every turn. I was like, why am I doing it? Just destroy his fucking Regain. That's what's making him recycle the Lubellion over and over. And I wasn't it. So I say, like, all right, you know what? It was fun. Full power. Earthbound Fusion was worth it. You know, the Denglong line was amazing. Yeah, everything made sense. My 2 wins were Pearly and with Battling Bots, sir. With seeing Joke again, I was like, oh, blast from the past. Here we go. And yeah, like that was mostly on my highlights at it. Now that I see like what Earthbound, the engine Earthbound can do, I'm very confident of slapping Earthbound to Kashtira. Because that's like the only reason why I'm gonna play Kashtira. I'm gonna play Kashtira because of the Earthbound cards are really stupid. People are sleeping on it when people allow me to just go combo off my Earthbound plays. I'm like, oh, okay, you're gonna let me? Sure, okay. Let me combo off. Oh my god, look at that. I got Barone, Dragos, and Denglong on the field. And now with Kashtira, the Kashtira variant allows me to have 4 or 5 interruptions, because it allows me to have the Geo Kraken, which is basically you special summon from the extra deck. I blow up your entire board. It's not a quick effect, but it's a trigger effect. So once it's summoned, I can activate the effect. That was one of the rulings from someone. I forgot who it was. But I was telling him, no, Geokraken it's a trigger effect that once you special summon, once it lands on the field, I can activate this effect. And then if you want to negate it, that's fine. But it's a trigger effect once you special summon it, and it blows the entire board, and then you lose 800. So that's just one. The second is like I could just have a Baron on the field on the third, fourth summon. The third interaction is what was the other card that Shenshin. I can have Shenshin or Wolfrayet. So obviously, let's go back again to Macrocosmos. Let's circle back. Imagine that we have a Rise Heart back again, but only on a synchro. And if I'm not using Shenshin, I'll be using Wolfrayet, which is something that people don't realize it, which against my Pearly player, he didn't realize what he was doing when he was activating the effects. I was like, are you sure you want to do this? All right, I'll put another counter Wolfrayet. Yep. And then Wolfrayet, for people who don't know what Wolfrayet does, it's a level 9 synchro monster, and it reads every time a monster effect activates on either side of the turn, it gains 300 attack power. When it reaches 4K quick effect, shuffle this card and then shuffle all your opponent's monsters back. So it's just like a soft Nibiru terms, which in my understanding, I thought that if I quick effect, shuffle my card back, but your opponent doesn't have any cards, because the requirement is like, okay, if you shuffle this, then your opponent has to shuffle his monsters. I thought that because he SP Little Knight, he removed his monsters, I don't have to shuffle my Wolfrayet. But Travis ruled it out. It's like, no, it's a quick effect. And I was like, all right, that's fine. But that's just like the Cashier version of it. The Cashier Earthbound version of it, that's what's packing, And the other thing is Cashier that piqued my interest is like, now I'm starting to see people on YouTube just scrolling around, and I see a lot of people are actually getting a lot of popularity with Cashier. It's just splashing the Snake Eyes engine. Just put Promethean, Popular, Diabellstar, the Snake Eye cards like Flame Bridge and Ash and whatnot into Cashier, because they can just go easily full Snake Eyes combo while at the same time do Cashier combos. Or, vice versa. It'll be Cashier combo first and then Snake Eyes. And then have one of the Cashieras to basically like, oh, I can just link this up or synchro summon and have an Omni. Oh, I'm protected. You can't do anything. Oh my God, look at this. Promethean and Promethean Flame Bridge and then interactions and whatnot. That one's a little complicated because I still don't know much about the Ash combo, which is Snake Eyes Cash, that allows you to add the Popular and then the Popular and all that stuff. And the good thing about the Snake Eye version of Cash is that you don't really need Bonfire and you don't really need Wanted. It's not necessity cards that you really... It adds consistency for sure. Like it'll draw out the cards that you really need, but you really don't. If you have Snake Eyes Ash, just normal summon or special summon, and you add the Popular, and then once you have Popular and you run the Popular effects line, then you combo off. So that's what I'm looking at it. But right now, I'm just gonna try out with the Earthbound Cashier, because it looks a lot more fun and a lot more, sneaky interruptions that people don't realize. Like people don't read what Geokraken can do. People don't read what Wolfrayet can do. So it's like I'm taking that as my advantage. That's something like a deck that I'm looking forward to. Like I feel I'm gonna be playing Cashier for quite some time. I don't think I'm gonna switch another deck until April comes with the new Tenpai Dragons, the Fire Dragon cards, or the Raikas, or the new Centurions. So I'm just gonna keep with Cashier, because looking down in the future and having the cards that I have Unchained. I'll play it probably once or twice or not, but I'm like about it. Ray Raptors, I want to give at least one go or not, But Earthbound Cashier and Snake Eyes Cashier are like the two deck variants that I want to play and want to go full combo on it. And if I see like, okay, I can prove that I can play Cashier Snake Eyes without having Bonfire, without having freaking Wanted, that's all of that is already like over $600 worth of cards. If I can play them without them, then the deck is good, the deck is solid, and I could just easily splash this on the fire dragons because their build is a go second. It's a go blindly second. That's their specialty. Go OTK. My biggest fear is that when it comes to that, if you let your opponent establish the board, then all your non-ninja cards like the lightning storms, the droplets, or the nips and whatnot, I don't think it's gonna be enough. You need to have something that you can go balance in a way first and second. And I feel like Snake Eyes can bring that. And that goes with Kashira as well, So and I'm also gonna try the I'm having the Earthbound Kashira with the Heat Soul line. So I'm gonna try that out. And so the Heat Soul line gets me drunk.
That's a bunch of like extra decks.
Yeah, it's kind of
need 2 Link Spiders, Marincess, and then the Heat Soul.
That's 4.
And then Axis Code.
And that's his code, if that's what you want. Yeah, I'm looking at my extra deck. I'm still in the working progress. It's very tight because it's filling up from Etsy card. No, not Etsy cards. Synchro cards. Yeah, I guess I had the Baron, the Shenyi, the Geo Griffin, which it's a must that I need to have it, and then Shen Shen and Wolf Rayet. I might take one of the Synchro 9s. I might take one of the Synchro 9s out because I feel it's like too much, or I might take out. Honestly, I don't know. I have to revisit my extra deck because it's very tight. The Etsy's I have, it's Red Eyes Flare for time. Mecha Dragossack. Obviously, you need Dragossack for to do that combo.
Yeah, so it's 6 cards.
I don't know. I'm debating with Shangri-Ira. I don't know if Shangri-Ira is a good option to have it on this deck, honestly.
I took it out. I only added it recently because of Pendulum. If there was no Pendulums, I wouldn't even have it.
Yeah, so I'm debating on Shangri-Ira, honestly. So I got Dragossack, Red Eyes Flare. I added the number 6 card, your card, the Chrononomy.
That's crazy.
Thank
you, bro.
No, thank you. You're the one with the idea, with the tech choice, not me. You. And and I have SP Little Knight because SP Little is SP Little. There's no need to say it's a great card. Like, why wouldn't you want it? So the answer that's kind of tight. I don't know where my access code will be. I'll probably side out Shangri-La for that matter, but everything else is like, I feel like every other card that I have in the extra deck is like it's a must. It's like, okay, if I don't win by the extra decks, don't worry, I'll win by the Kashiras.
Yeah. Plus, you can play under Shifter,
and that's the beautiful thing about it. I can play under Shifter. I really don't care. I mean, if I have the deck that allows me to play with Shenshen, Microcosmo, then yeah, Shifter is a no-brainer. So the deck is pretty good, I need to have like the free copies of the Race Off, the free copies of Birth, and Prost. I'm still debating on having Triple Tactics, even though it's a great card, but I'm still debating about it. I don't know if I should take it out or I should put it into 2. I don't know. I'm still debating. I'm gonna see the variant that I have. We'll test that out and see how it feels. Other than that, yeah, that's my current deck that I'm gonna be playing. Kashira all around, Earthbound and Snake Eyes. So we're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, that's why I like the voiceless cash, because if I'm under Shifter, I'm just like, okay, I'll just do my cash line and then wait till the next turn when I can start doing the voiceless stuff.
Especially now in a format that people are now relying a lot more on the graveyards. Like, they need their graveyard slots, especially the Fire King people, Fire King and Rescuers. They need their graveyards. If you start banishing them, it's like, well, they can't play. Sorry.
Yeah. I've been main decking Cyclone as well, just for Fire Kings. Like,
right,
banish the field spell. I mean, I guess it would work against you too if you're playing Runic, bro.
Yeah,
Runic Fountain. I was like, okay,
yeah. I mean, I feel like with the Runic deck itself, it's so susceptible for harpies and other shit. I mean, Claudio pulled out harpies on me, and I have to like fuck. I have to use 9 pillars of the Yangtze to negate it. It's like, damn. All right,
Yeah.
all right, better. All right, I guess. Yeah, it's very susceptible if you have fountain out. If you have no import protection, once that fountain is out, then you're done. So basically, or if you have Yugen will only protect it. But then if you have already established where we're no Yugen, then yeah. But yeah, that's my run up for the locals and the decks that I'm gonna be playing this week. This upcoming format, man. Yeah, and any final thoughts before we move on to the last topic of the day?
No, I'm just excited to play against you because we haven't fought in a while.
I know. I definitely want to go against you, man. And I want to go my Cashier versus your Cashier. I know your Cashier goes way nuts than mine, 100%. Yours doesn't really rely on the extra deck. So it's like, if I do Geocrack, it's like, okay, doesn't matter. Anyway, special, Fenrir, normal, unicorn, blah, 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 blah. Voiceless effect. It's like, yeah. And I need to have like a crazy board for you to go against you. And I maybe I had to have Wolf it out, so that way every time you activate, you had to rethink of activating your monster effects before I go Wolf effect to shuffle them back.
Mhm.
Look at that! I'm giving you out my
Your secret.
my secret, man.
Yeah, my deck's always been crazy because, like I said, like people get frustrated because it's like I don't summon from extra deck, so they can't go into Typhon.
Right.
I stop at 4 summons with the cash line, so they can't Nibiru. I mean, maybe now they can, but I should have the Skull Guardian Omni Negate by then.
Right.
So hopefully, like, and again, that's not like Baron, because Baron's once per like being like alive. This is like once per turn.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna negate Nibiru on my turn, and then when I pass, I have my negate again.
Exactly.
So yeah. And then again, like a lot of people will like de-barrier me and call like season. It's like I wasn't even playing on like sea summoning once this turn. And then because then like they're gonna call like season, I'll be like ritual summon.
That's
Should
when
call
you,
ritual summon.
that's when you hear it. That's when you know, like, oh shit, I fucked up. Ritual summon, effect, voiceless. Yeah. Yep. That's where it all ends up.
We'll duel soon.
We'll duel
Hopefully
soon.
we'll get matched up.
Absolutely. Yeah, guys, let us know in the comments down below what you guys think about Phantom Nightmare and the sneak peeks. Let us hear your pulls. Let us know what decks you're planning to play in this upcoming format. Moving on to this topic, which I totally forgot. You saw the announcement for Yu-Gi-Oh! Konami announcing the Chronicles?
Yeah.
I saw the video. Fucking amazing. It looks beautiful. The visuals of all the themes and lores and whatnot. But I didn't understand. Is this whole Chronicle concept, is this something like an anime series that they're building? Like they're doing an anime series based on these lores? Or is it just shorts or whatnot? Just to show us this?
I don't know. I hope it's an anime.
I hope so too.
Like, I don't know if we're gonna do like I can't even say, can they even do one episode per archetype? Because I feel like some of them are so crazy. And having just a 20-minute episode is not enough.
I can see seasons of like Alba's story. I can see it 12 episodes alone. Alba's story alone. I can see that. And maybe even more. Who knows? I saw the Visas. I can see Visas another 10 episodes out of it because that's another expanded lore that's still going on. That's the thing, it's still going on, the lore. I can see, like you have, if they're making this as a series, like shit, I'm excited, because there's definitely some of the things that they announced, like Melfi. We're not doing two or 3 episodes of Melfi. This is like 1 episode just for the fans, and
what fan?
I don't know, babe.
If they care about fans, it should have been heroes, bro.
I agree with you. I agree. There should be like, bro, and the heroes alone, they have Vision, Evil, Elemental, Neo. Like they got all sorts of heroes that is like, bro, there's like you can have a full series just on the heroes alone. Yeah, Destiny. Yeah. And I mean, shit, they added Zeus and Typhoon. I didn't know that those two
That
cards,
was the craziest one.
and that was fire. I was like, holy shit, I'm watching a Gundam fight here. I didn't know there was such a big lore between those two cards alone. I thought it's just two cards that coincided.
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know. I knew that there were those two belong in the same universe in their own lore. I didn't know that there were we were gonna do an entire lore fiend based on those two cards. Now that I saw that, I was like, oh shit. Does that mean that there's gonna be more support up between these two cards? Are we gonna expect some fiends based on Susan Typhoon?
You okay, bro?
That's
I don't know, because I think if I remember correctly, the lore was like the, I guess, Earthlings or humans or whatever planet, like they gave up all their resources to like create Zeus because Typhon was like going around destroying planets. So I don't know if like, I think maybe it'll be just those two monsters, but it's like the fact that like we're gonna get like a lore and you're probably gonna be like, oh my god, Typhon's destroying everything, and now we have to build a Zeus, but that's gonna take our entire resources of the planet to make this giant ass robot, and now like, you know, it's like we beat Typhon, but there's nothing left on Earth to rebuild or whatever.
You playing?
So I mean, it's still cool. I saw the animation. I was like, yo,
the animation
is crazy.
Sick. Yeah, they really dedicated on the animation. That in Sky Striker. I was like, bro, we already have. I know there's a manga for Sky Striker.
Yeah.
So like I can see a season alone on just Sky Striker. And what was it? Oh yeah, the Magistus cards too. I can see Magistus because I can see the rise and fall of Alistair, the Invoker, you know? So this is I mean, it's interesting. I don't know what to expect. I thought this is like a trailer to show us like, oh yeah, here's something that we're gonna expect, like an anime show based on this, that we're gonna have 4 seasons of this, and they're gonna go, you know, and you can lay down the episodes and spend the lore on each ones, like the ice barriers and the Sith samurais. They look kind of fire, like to me. That was like, oh shit, this is something I will watch. And Dragon Rulers, the Snake Eyes lore, like I can see that the sky's the limit now, but it was very vague to me. Like I don't know whether this is a you know, a new anime series, or this is just here's something for you to have in the meantime, because it kind of blue balled me.
Here's something to dream about.
Yeah. It kind of blue balled me.
Here's something to dream about that we'll never do.
Yeah. I'll be pissed. I'll be pissed if they actually went to that route, man. I'll be very pissed.
Like, oh, we just did this for fun. Like,
it's like, bro, if you have the resources to do this for fun, then you might as well dedicate. Like, instead of adding another series of Yu-Gi-Oh! With a main protagonist that his name is synonymously related to Yugi Moto, you might as well do an entire series of just the lore alone, because you have it. You have the material, you have the content, and now that we know, you got the resources for it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, it was sick the trailer, but at the same time, it made me feel like I want more, and your message was very vague. Like, I don't know what you did this for us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It almost felt like an April Fool's.
Kinda, right? Kinda.
You know how they like, people make those crazy like high production trailers, and it's just like, this was an April Fool's, and it's like, this better not be that.
And
I want to see the visas just for Kashtira.
100%. Just for the cashier.
I love
100%.
Riceheart. I love Riceheart. He thinks he's the original Visas and wants to simulate all the other ones. Like,
that's crazy. Yeah, he's all angry and everything. It's like, I'm the original one. It's like, yo, calm down, bro. Calm down.
Melfi was crazy, bro. That better be a 2-minute episode. Like,
yeah, I didn't understand why we needed a Melfi. If they do the episodes, I don't understand why we wanted Melfi. Like, I didn't know Melfi was a thing. Like, I didn't know like people really love that archetype. Like, what?
Or Somanek Konami does. Like,
again, I feel like I'm
like, yo, do a Melfi thing.
I feel like I was trolled. I feel like I was trolled in all this, man.
I need an answer. Like, I think we just need to know: is it a real thing or not if it's real. Is it actually an anime, or is this just like we know how to like make animation?
That's what I want to know. I want to know what is this gonna be a new anime? I don't give a shit whether you has that kind the power to make animations. Like for fuck's sakes, you guys been making video games for as long as I know. Like, yeah, you have the resources to make a video game. Like we've seen it. We've seen all your video games, man. So yeah, if you have the resources to make a good video game and their animations, you have the resources to make a good anime shows based on your lore. But we want to know, is this gonna be an anime show or is this just, hey, see, we can do this? Big middle finger to our faces.
Man. Now, would you be interested in this? When they announce archetypes, they do it like that. Like you don't like, and each set that there's new waves that you get like a little like 2-minute one. I would want more per se, but it's like, what if they give you like a 2-minute like thing? So it's like when they announce
like give a 5-minute
Fallen
short,
of Albas, right?
Like a 5-minute short of
like when he announced Fallen of Albas
for this set.
It was like that scene where like he falls and he meets Ecclesia. Like, would you think that would be cool for every like archetype?
Like for every core set comes, here's this new archetype, and we see like a 5-minute short video of it, and then all of a sudden, if you enjoyed this video, well, we like to give you the cards out of it. Here's the cards that you saw. You might recognize this from the video short. This is the cards, you know? Like imagine the Ashen, the TCG exclusive. Imagine they give us like a 2-minute short video of the Ashen, of how everything is happening and then how this card is fucking shit up and how everybody's fighting and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, like, here's the new TCG and we see the Ashen cards like that. Wouldn't that be like, holy shit, I want that card?
Yeah.
I'll be interested in getting that archetype.
No, I agree. Like, if they did that instead, I would be okay. And if they tell us like this is like something we could have done for previous archetypes, I'll be like, okay, this is cool. Like, because like if they show Melfi like that, I wouldn't be mad. You know, it's like, oh, right, archetype of like cute little animals, and it's a 2-minute video, and then they're like, yeah, if you like this is, you know, Melfi's and blah blah blah. But yeah, we won't know what it is until they tell us like what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hope it's soon. I hope it's soon,
I hope so.
Please don't tease us for like 5 years. Like, hey, remember this thing we did in the 25th anniversary? We're finally animating on the 30th. Like,
that's ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know what to say. So I heard is like the next big announcement for Konami on Yu-Gi-Oh terms. Usually it'll be on Jump Festa. So like if we're gonna receive any new news about Konami and its future products or its future itself and possibly this, we won't know until Jump Festa. And usually that's like at the end of the year by August or something, like August or. I don't know when Jump Festa really is, honestly. I just know that Jump Festa, that's where they announce the new stuff. That's where they announce like, oh yeah, Duel Links, the new series of Duel Links is coming over, you know, or the next new core set is gonna be named this and it's gonna be themed after this, or you know, stuff like that. It's Jump Festa, that's where they're gonna announce all the cool, wonderful things about Yu-Gi-Oh! They'll make a live stream and everything. But that's all I know.
Do you think they would do it in the Tokyo Dome thing?
When is the Tokyo thing?
I don't know, but do you think they could do it then?
They can. Yeah.
Because I feel like this year, since it's the 25th anniversary, they might do things like off schedule. So like they might not wait till Jump Fiesta.
No, yeah, and I agree. I mean, like shit, like we're getting the Rarity Collection Part 2, and it's still under the 25th anniversary. So I think that's gonna be like the last product of the 25th, you know, here in the States, in the West, because you know, like I think like after. So let's see, when did we start with the quarter centuries? It was a Duelist Nexus, or was it before?
Before it was the Battles
of Legends.
Yeah, not the one after Crystal. No, the one after Crystal. Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
Okay, that's fine. It's
because
it's one of those, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a core set. Yeah, because it was they had, I think they had, what's it called, the Water Enchantress.
Oh like, yeah, the adventure cards. Yeah,
I'm trying, dude. I'm literally blanking on that set because they were like new stuff. I just don't remember what the name of the set was.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. And then it got to the core set to Duelist Nexus, and then Duelist Nexus Age of Overload to right now Phantom Nightmare, and now Legacy of Destruction. So
Yeah,
all right, so that's 4 core sets. So there's a possibility that the last quarter century will be either a Relic collection or the the next core set after Legacy, which is Infinite Forbidden. Which coincidentally they announced a new cards. They announced like retrains of old cards and Exodia Fusion, which is now like kind of broken in a sense. It's like now we're playing Exodia and shit. It's like okay.
Exodia. I saw that. I was like, this is like you have to use like 5
Forbidden
pieces of the forbidden
ones.
one.
Forbidden one doesn't say which
And they're all
ones.
limited.
Yeah, they're all limited, of course. I just hope they don't. I don't. I just don't. I hope they don't unlimited just so people can play and buy that product. It's like, no, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Are you scared of Exodia?
I'll be very upset if
Knowing-
I lose to Exodia. Yes.
I'm sorry, knowing people are gonna open 3 legs, 2 arms, and then pass.
Well,
like people are gonna run all 5 3 times. Like that's 15 cards. And then they're gonna open like I'm telling you 3 of the same legs and then 2 of the same arms.
bro, I mean, that's why Reload is a card, right? Like Reload is like
Mhm.
it's like it's not a once per turn. It's just like reload, draw again, reload, draw again. Well, there's like a magical mullet. That's another one.
Yeah, but now we got Droll.
Yeah, you're right.
Like-
You're right. I
It's
don't
like-
know what
it's like
else.
reload-
I have
reload,
no idea
draw.
why I was scared. You're right. We just droll and that's
Reload
it.
Ash. Reload Ash. Reload Droll.
Oh, I think it's because I think the reason why I was scared is because the new spell card that allows you to fusion summon from hand, deck, and or face up on the field.
Yeah.
So, and it's a normal spell. So you can literally do Frost, search that spell,
Mhm.
activate, and then have the stupid card on the field.
Okay, so the first set was Battles of Legend Monstrous Revenge.
Yeah, that's the one.
That had literally nothing in it. It had like the arm Neos. Oh, was that the one with no, I would say Excel Synchron, but no.
No.
Or was it?
Oh wait, it
Maybe
might
it
be. It
was.
might. I think it did. Excel Secret and another one. Yeah,
And it had the Wake Up Your Hero.
yeah.
No,
That's
did it? I don't even know anymore. No, it had Azalea. It had that Sky Striker Azalea card.
Azalea.
It's like if you like you link and then you can destroy like a card on the field.
Oh, Sky Striker Azalea. Now I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like another
That's
version
the set that came in it.
of Dagger. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're absolutely right. So that's when it started, the quarter centuries, and that was like in the summer, right?
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna end it by Rarity Collection. Rarity Collection is like is on the summer. It's like I think it's in June or May. I think. Yeah, I think Rarity Collection is gonna be
May.
released May. I think that's where they're gonna end the quarter centuries because it's
Yeah.
like because once you hit that, after that, now it becomes like 26 years. At least in the fiscal year for Yu-Gi-Oh and Konami.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like doesn't make sense to continue on with the quarter centuries, and afterwards it's just gonna be starlights all around until the 30th anniversary. Then when it gets to 30th, it's like, oh, we're doing 30th century rarity now for no bullshit reason
Yeah.
other than it's the 30th anniversary of freaking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Not next, isn't it? In 2 weeks we get the Battles of Legend Chapter 1.
Oh my god, yeah, but that's just reprints of reprints, basically. So I'm
And I
just
think that's it. There's like nothing else, which is good.
which is good. We need at least a good month before April.
I don't think anything is in March.
I hope not.
There's nothing in March.
Which they could have just used that for March release instead of, releasing it here in February. But, what the heck do I know, right? Well, what do we know? We're just a bunch of players who keep buying shit from Konami, right?
I'm really trying to see. I think that's pretty good because it's just like, okay, we had
A good cooling
what is it?
period.
Legacy of Destruction, yeah, and then I'm sorry, Phantom Nightmare, Battles of Legend, and then
Yeah.
we'll have Legacy of Destruction. No structured decks announced. It's still just like, I know they announced one over there, but it's still not announced here.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from structured decks or even deck building sets, which is I'm glad that they stopped
Mhm.
that. They paused that for a little bit because it was just too much.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah,
That's it.
that's basically
That's my thoughts on the anime.
yeah.
I hope it's an anime. Let's not call it an anime.
I hope so. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys think about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Chronicles. You guys believe it will be an anime show? You think we're gonna have a bunch of episodes or just shorts? Or you think that Konami is just doing this to troll us just because it's not the first time they do something stupid like this? Let us know in the comments down below. We could just wrap this up right now. This has been a good
Yeah.
while talking about TCG talk. We can talk about other topics on the next time. Before we wrap out, plug yourself out. Let the people know where they can follow you and check you out on your deck profiles and whatnot.
Yep. YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. Mike Phoenix Hero. I make deck profiles and do unboxings. Like I said, I'm gonna do a Voiceless Cash deck profile, but if you guys want me to make a deck up, I'll try to make it, and do combos. And then with unboxings, I got some stuff I need to like unbox and make the videos for. Yeah, so there'll be content coming up in the near weeks because I haven't posted anything in like a month. But yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. Everybody follow Mike Phoenix Hero at his YouTube channel when you can check all his latest stuff, and we're all excited and eager to see the Voiceless Cash Tira. Yeah, thanks, Mike, for coming over to the show and have this little fun chat with you, man.
No problem.
So thank you guys for listening. And remember, like and subscribe for your weekly episodes here at youtube.com/A Wolf in Gates Clothing or AWGC Podcast. And you can check all my latest episodes there. You can also check that on the audio versions here at SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and iHeartRadio at Wolves and Music, the Lone Wolf Podcast, or A Wolf in Gates Clothing. You can easily type that and I'll appear right there. Comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts. Share your experiences. If you guys got a specific topic that you want us to cover, please let us know in the comments down below. We're going to do our best to talk about it on the next episode. So, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.